Hello again, YouTube. I'm just rolling out of this Taco Bell right here. It's the one I went to last week over here in off 44th Street on in the Arcadia Crossing shopping center, and it feels like it's the only one that it's around like places I go that actually opens the lobby. Because man, it seems like every other one I'm near, like I go in, I try to go in and there's a sign that says due to labor shortage, the lobby is closed, please use the drive-thru. And of course, being that I'm a pedestrian, I'm not welcome to use the drive-thru. So it's still Sunday morning, February 6, 2022. You are in the crosswalk, you're in the crosswalk, you're in the crosswalk. 11:38 a.m. Blows my mind how just not self-aware drivers are when they block the crosswalk like that. Anyway, I haven't had the most productive morning. I didn't make it to my storage. Sundays bus schedules just suck. I mean, bus schedules in Phoenix in general kind of suck, but even routes that typically have service, you know, every 10, 15 or 20 minutes on a weekday, it seems like everything's cut back to 30 minutes, which just makes for a lot of just sitting and waiting, which gets really frustrating really fast. So I'm in a little bit better mood than I was in my last video, so kind of pissed off at Priscilla, and I hope she's got the hell out of my bed by now, because I'm tired enough. I should be able to get some sleep, and I definitely need to get some sleep before I head to Amazon tonight. Won't be able to get a whole lot, because I mean I probably gotta be up at like 4, which is only about 4 hours away. That should help. I was really going to go into and of course, now that I'm not actually waiting for it, there's a 44. It's funny how that always seems to work. I was actually planning on going into Costco and talking to them about downsizing my membership and seeing if I can get a refund for the difference. I was told by somebody at memberships there that I could do that, and also show them the video that I shot earlier of the people doing drugs along the fence. Right now I'm just tired. I just want to go home, deal with Costco later. And I think I'm going to walk this way so I don't have to walk down the sidewalk where the junkies like to smoke fentanyl underneath that damn bush. Those last two people I just walked by looked like they were in the process of doing some kind of illegitimate deal. I don't know. I just want that element out of this neighborhood so bad. You know, and I just wonder, has it always been here and I just now am aware of it because I'm walking, or has this popped up, you know, in the last year? I mean, I used to ride an electric scooter in this neighborhood all the time, and I don't recall seeing nearly as much of that when I was riding an electric scooter, and everything's as visible on a scooter as it is when you're walking. It just goes by a little faster. Anyway, so yeah, didn't make it to my storage to drop off that light. I may still do that. Honestly, I feel like doing the 44, even though it takes longer, I feel like going to my storage and then taking the 3 to Amazon is a little more reliable than trying to go all the way down on the 17. it just seems like the two least reliable routes are the 17, at least that I ride, are the 17 and the 29. 17 being McDowell, 29 being Thomas. 17, it just so frequently does not show up, and then when it does show up, it struggles to stay on schedule just because of how damn busy it is. Whereas the 29, it's pretty much always running. I can't, I'm sure it's happened to me at least once that I was waiting for a 29 and it didn't show up, but most of the time it does seem to show up. However, it seems like more often than not, when I'm trying to go as far as Central to connect to light rail, I end up having there's just enough wheelchairs that get on and off in that distance that are unbelievably slow at doing it, that it ends up causing me to not make whatever transfer I was trying to get to, that in theory and according to the schedule should have been possible. So it just seems, I don't know, it just seems to happen on that route a lot. Whereas the Van Buren bus always seems to be right on schedule, more or less. The thing I really don't like about walking is having to traverse all these ridiculously large parking lots, that many of which don't have much in the way of pedestrian walkways to get you through them. So I'm just having to keep my head on a swivel for cars. It's just, it's a hostile walking environment. So yeah, when I ended the last video, I went to just got on the Thomas bus. I didn't really have a very specific destination. I just wanted to get the hell away from home. So I was thinking about going to Batteries Plus to see if I could get my phone screens replaced. Because at this point, both phones that well, that's kind of sketchy. That guy's sitting with his car idling and he's inside it, but he's got sunscreens on his windshield. That guy's functionally living in his car right there. Anyway, God, both my fucking shoes are untied again. So anyway, I checked the it was a little bit after 9 o'clock then, and I checked Google Maps and they didn't open until 10, so I kept on riding. Got off at 30th Street and walked over to the Goodwill over there to find out they don't open until 10 either. I was hoping I could get me some comfortable pants. So I ended up just getting back on the, walked into the El Super grocery store. I can hear another one of those dispatch radios on the forklifts again. Ended up going to El Super and getting a soda and some chili coated mango to snack on. And really hate how there's not an isolated pedestrian walkway through there. It's just oversized trucks just make me so fucking nervous walking next to them. Like, seriously, what the fuck do you need that big of a truck for? So anyway, next, yes, I went in there and just got a little mango to snack on, a Mountain Dew, and my SNAP benefits have been re-upped, so that's a good thing. At least I know if I'm broke, I'll continue to eat okay, more or less. After that, I got back on the Thomas bus and went to Batteries Plus, because by then it was open, because it took that freaking long to wait for it. It's amazing how all these things, when you drive, are just, you know, I can, even in my scooter, like, it just takes minutes to go to the businesses up and down Thomas. But that bus, you know, it's not like the bus takes a long time either. It's just, you know, the nearly 30 minutes of waiting for it on Sunday when it only runs every 30 minutes. See, I went into Batteries Plus to look into get my phone screens replaced, and that was pretty disappointing. They said it'd be about $80 to replace the iPhone screen, which is fine. That's, you know, reasonable, whatever. But she said that her coworker didn't show up, so she didn't have time to do a phone screen today, and she was in there working alone, and that she knew she was out of stock in that particular screen because she sold the last one they had in stock yesterday. So that was frustrating. And then she looked at the NUU phone, and she's like, I don't even know what that is. And I don't even know what that is. And I kind of flipped around the back. It's an NUU, and she goes, yeah, I can't get a screen for that. So I don't know, you know, and that's a corporate store, Batteries Plus is. So it's just, I'm sure it's just simply not a screen they bother to stock. I did try to Google on that phone to see if there's a screen available for it. And the web browser is just so janky on that thing that it just, it looked like there were screens available for it, but I just couldn't. It's, that phone's just awful. Like, it's, like, you can sort of browse the web in it, but because the screen resolution is so low, and then the brightness, you know, and I couldn't really see the screen in, you know, with the sunlight that I was in at the bus stop. So I just don't know if there's screens available for it or not. I want to believe there is, but it's an awful phone, but I know I'm still going to have to be using it for a while. I'd really like to repair the damn screen on it. You know, I don't mind waiting for somebody to order it, but come on, order it, find it. Anyway, so yeah, after that I got back to the bus, and that was kind of frustrating because I would say I was only at, you know, at Batteries Plus for about 10 minutes, but of course waiting for the next bus I had to sit another 20 minutes. Thought about going into Walmart to look for a pair of headphones, and I don't know, the mood I was in, I just didn't feel like being around, being in a Walmart. Just didn't feel like it. So took the bus back to Arcadia Crossing, went to Ross, found a pair of new jeans that, a little bit more than I wanted to spend, but I found a pair of new jeans that fit me pretty decent. I'm definitely gonna have to wear a belt with them or they'll be falling off my ass, but they're comfortable. I can move around well in them, and I think they'll do me well for working in at least the next couple of days. I mean, hell, I might wear them for the next 4 days, just to get through the week, you know. But got that, and after I rolled out of there, went to Taco Bell. So really happy that not only Taco Bell had their lobby open, because that's something I really can't take for granted with Taco Bells these days, but I did find a table that had an accessible power outlet under it, so I was able to put some juice on my iPhone as I was waiting for the bus at 32nd Street, after realizing that, well, after going to El Super and realizing that Goodwill wasn't going to be opening for another half hour. Yeah, I saw the most obnoxious car. Like somebody had just hit it up with all kinds of spray paint, and they just graffitied the hell out of this trash car. And we're driving it. I really want to throw it on my Snapchat, and the phone hit that point where it's at 1% power and just started lagging, so I wasn't able to get the picture. It's like, oh great, my fucking phone is dead. Anyway, I'm going home. Recharge my phone batteries. I was able to charge it a little bit while I had a couple burritos at Taco Bell, and definitely note to self that that's a spot where I can relax and eat and charge my phone. I can't remember if they have Wi-Fi there or not. If they did, I wasn't using it, but just having an accessible place to charge a phone for me is a really big deal. And it's something I really took for granted when I had my car, that, you know, just charge it in the car. But when you're not driving, it's a real challenge to keep mobile devices charged, especially when you're recording fucking video damn near every place you walk. So. Anyway, yeah, got to recharge the phone, recharge myself. Hopefully the woman will get her dried up vagina out of my bed. Hopefully I'll be in a better mood after I take a nap.